way! Oh my gosh! What? How's it going, everybody? HoodlaMutt here, back with some more Steins Gate. And last time, we got Kuretsu's ending. I thought I was going toward the true ending, but I forgot there was a different ending for Kuretsu specifically. I thought Kuretsu's ending was the true ending and totally forgot. So we went through Kuretsu's ending. It was quite good. I thought both endings have had their own little special moments in them that made them different and unique and had impact in their own way. But now we're finally going to get the true ending this time and see how this game is really supposed to wrap up. So let's just get into this episode, I guess. Okay, so here it is. This is the decision that gives us the 6th flag that we need. Not the parks, not the park's 6 flags, but the 6th true ending flag. And this will lock in the true ending when we read this and put in this answer. So, where are you? You haven't been to the lab in 2 days. Are you still in Akihabara? We're worried, you know. You were acting strange yesterday. I want to help, so tell me where you are. I don't feel right not having you around. Where are you? I want to see you. So then we reply, let me be alone. I need to think. And there we go. Locked in. So, here we go. Everything should be the same up until we have to make the decision when we're with Kuretsu. So, I guess we'll just get over to that section then. Alright, so I'm we're right at the moment where he makes the decision. I did kind of like zoom past this, and I thought just in case for context, I went back, I did it again just to make sure that in case we need the context of some of the stuff that happens, because some of it's like just the very beginning here was similar to Kuretsu's ending. So I'm gonna keep this in here, and we're just gonna see, you know, like you know, maybe it'll get edited out, maybe it won't. But just in case, I'm gonna start from this section just for the sake of context. So here we go. I won't give up, ever. Kuretsu suddenly pushes me away. She steps back. Her face is hidden behind her hair. But her fists are trembling. Her body exudes raw fury. This is ridiculous! You freaking jerk! Whoa! I said I was fine! What do you mean you won't give up? Are you stupid? Wanna die? Are you trying to be a hero, you Chinibia whack job? Don't make promises you can't keep! Your stupidity is infuriating! Why can't you just do as I say? What's the problem, huh? If you weigh the options logically, saving Mayuri is the only— Screw logic! Kuretsu stares at me in shock. I'm not God. Maybe I got close, but that's not me. I can't decide who lives and who dies anymore. Suzuha. Faris. Lukaku. I sacrificed their happiness to save Mayuri. And the whole time, a voice in the back of my head was asking, is this really okay? What gives me the right? This time, I want to save both of them, without sacrificing anyone. Huh! Kuretsu turns away with a frown, then starts tapping her foot in a clear gesture of displeasure. There's nothing you can do. It's the choice of Steins Gate. Isn't that what you always say? The equation is proven, Okabe. There's no escape. You're just one man. No matter how hard you try, you can't overcome the will of the universe. I know. But I'm still going to try. I won't lose Mayuri or Kuretsu. I hear Kuretsu grinding her teeth. Then she turns her back to me. Have it your way, but I'm not helping. I'm going back to America, and that's that. Goodbye. I don't expect we'll meet again, Hawo and Kyoma. I can't believe this! How stupid can you be? You're so... stupid! Kuretsu disappears down the stairs, muttering insults until I can no longer hear her. Now alone, I sigh into the darkness. Kuretsu is absolutely right. I can't think of a single way to save them both. I'm a fool. And yet, I have to try. But this time, I won't have Kuretsu's help. I have to fight the universe alone. How do I save both Kuretsu and Mayuri? I can't use D-mail. Too much could go wrong. I don't want to make the same mistakes again. In the end, all I can do is time leap. Time leaping can't save Mayuri, but at least it can delay her death. Give me some time to find a solution. On this world line, Mayuri dies at 7:30 on the night of August 17th. That's about 26 hours from now. My battle has no end in sight. If only Suzuha were here. I could have asked her for advice. But even alone, I must find a way. So resolved, I start time leaping again to save Mayuri. I've done this before. When Mayuri died the first time at Moeka's hands, I tried time leaping to prevent her death. But I only tried running away that time. This time, I try every approach I can think of. I try hiring bodyguards to protect Mayuri. I tried taking Mayuri to South America, an entire world away from Japan. I try crippling CERN with attacks on their servers, the ones that don't need the IBM 5100. I try getting Mayuri admitted to a hospital. It's hard, given Mayuri's perfect health, but I manage. My goal is to keep her from dying by heart attack. I try everything I can possibly imagine. However, every plan fails. Mayuri dies again and again and again. Sometimes it's murder, sometimes an accident. But every time I leap, Mayuri dies. Maybe it really is impossible to resist fate. As long as I remain on this world line, Mayuri can't be saved. Fate will kill her every time. From Mayuri's perspective, she only dies once. But I have seen her die dozens of times. All because of me. And yet, it no longer affects me as it used to. Little by little, I've grown desensitized to her death. In the beginning, I felt unbearable pain every time I saw her die. and murderous rage towards the ones responsible. Now I feel nothing. The realization stuns me. After dozens of leaps, I finally realize what should have been obvious from the beginning. I never leap back more than 26 hours. Why? I could go back as far as August 11th, one whole week in the past. Yet I never do. Why? Because I know that even if I do, nothing will change. I don't believe that anything will change. Every time Mayuri dies, I find myself thinking, another failure. What went wrong this time? I calmly analyze Mayuri's death, then take my data and head for the time leap machine with a sigh, like a gamer forced for the umpteenth time to restart a particularly difficult stage. I'm just going through the motions. I didn't even realize until this moment how routine it had all become. Now that I have, my actions suddenly seem meaningless. I can't take another step. And that's how I find myself here, sitting motionless in front of the time leap machine. I've been staring at it for hours. When we got caught in that evening shower on the Radicon rooftop, my clothes got soaked, but now they're completely dry. My body temperature has dropped, but I don't have the energy to warm myself with a shower. I sluggishly get to my feet and pick up the headset. The sight of it fills me with resignation. Resignation. That's all. There is no desperate drive to save Mayuri. No hope that this time I might succeed. Those emotions are long gone. In truth, they have been gone since my argument with Kuretsu. Deep down, I always knew that she was right. I pretended not to see it. I told myself that the time leap machine could solve everything. But that was just an excuse. A last attempt to satisfy my ego. In the end, all I'm doing is running away. I turn around in surprise, and there I see Kuretsu standing in the doorway. I thought she never wanted to see me again. Why is she here? Why? Kuretsu ignores my question and fixes me with her usual glare. Time leaping is just running away. You don't have to tell me. I already know. I know all too well. In the end, all I'm doing is running away. Running from responsibility. Running from the decision. If I had known I would have to make this choice, then I would have refused Suzuha when she entrusted me with her mission. Something just jumped into my mind. I wonder if the resolution in the true ending is going to be that he lets Mayuri die, but him and Kuretsu try to create a time machine that they can go back or something to actually make things right, like a real one, because he says that the time leap machine he thought could solve everything, but it can't because he can only go back so far, right? Maybe they'll solve the 48-hour problem or something. Either that or they're just going to come up with a solution that we're not thinking of, so that just hit me, I wonder, because it's never crossed our mind to let Mayuri die, you know? At least not in any of the full endings, you know? So, anyway. I've hurt people. Lots of people. Just to save Mayuri. And yet, I don't even feel guilty anymore. I feel like I'm losing my humanity.
Then why are you hesitating now?
Maybe because my insurance, the time leap machine, isn't effective. Or maybe I just haven't mastered it yet. Maybe I haven't tapped into its full potential.
Running only makes it hurt more.
She suddenly looks away. Then she leans against the wall and smiles bitterly.
I should know.
Is Kurtsu running too? From what?
Look at yourself, Okabe. You look like you've aged a decade. Your heart can't take it anymore. You don't need to beat yourself up like this. Just accept the truth. Like I said, you can't stay here. Go to the Beta World line. Go to the world where Mayuri doesn't die. Not just for your sake, but for mine as well.
She's right. I have no other options left. No more D-mails. No more time leaps. There's no perfect world where both Kuretsu and Mayuri live. Maybe there are things I have yet to try, but I'm certain that all of them will end in vain. As long as I stay on this world line, Mayuri will die. And if I go to the Beta World line, Kuretsu will die. We'll never be able to talk like this again. It's only been 20 days since we met. And yet, memories of Kuretsu flash before my eyes.
Hey! Could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine. Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? Who the heck's Christina? I never said that. I don't want to deny who I've been, because even my failures are a part of who I am today. We may have created a monster here. You said I was your friend, remember? You said I was important to you. That made me really happy, I guess. Once we're done upgrading the phone wave, I want you to come with me. I want to be your strength. Thank you. I know you're hurting for me.
So much has happened these past 20 days. We argued. We exchanged insults. We made incredible discoveries together, and when confronted with the implications, we shared our fears. Whenever I hit a dead end in my struggle to save Mayuri, I always turned to Kuretsu for help. She always listened. She always believed me. And I helped her too, when she was distraught over her father. We promised to go to Aomori together. Without this girl genius on our side, we would not have the time leap machine. Proud, passionate Makase Kuretsu. Always strong, or at least pretending to be. A little nosy too, and serious to a fault. Before I knew it, she had become the center of the lab. From the very beginning, I was attracted to her radiant confidence. I found myself mesmerized by her every gesture, hanging on her every word. I listened enraptured whenever she presented her latest theory. At the end of the day, the reason I never called her by her name was because I was too embarrassed. I admired her. I longed for her. And I didn't want to admit it to myself. Only now do I realize the truth. I love her. And that's why I want so desperately to save her. She's not just a fellow lab member. To me, Kuretsu is far more than that. And yet, I have no choice. In the end, everything she said was right. I can't save you. I'm sorry. In a desperate attempt to hold back my tears, I bite my lip tightly. The taste of blood spreads through my mouth. Why does it have to be you? Why? I pound my fist on the table. Silence. Nothing moves. Outside the window is only darkness. Is this what it's like to be the only person left in the world?
Hey, Okabe. Once you go to the Beta World line, Mayuri and Hashida will forget the time we spent together, right?
Kuretsu's cheeks start to redden, and she turns away.
Will you remember me?
Her voice is barely a whisper. Of course I'll remember you. Of course I will. There's no way I could ever forget the girl most important to me.
You mean... What the heck are you saying?
The truth.
But... proof? I need proof. I can't come up with a formula otherwise.
Kuretsu's getting flustered for some reason.
When the interior pituitary gland hypersecretes ACTH and gamma waves induce stochastic resonance, we can assume an infinite Hausdorff dimension for the Hilbert curve. That is, we can measure the asymptotic line with positron emission tomography.
Kuretsu. I speak her name. Our eyes meet. I love you. Kuretsu looks away. Her face is bright red. And you?
What?
Do you... how do you feel about me?
You wanna know?
Kuretsu suddenly looks me straight in the eye. Her face is still red, but her expression is firm. She walks straight up to me, grabs me by the collar, and jerks me towards her.
Close your eyes!
Did I make her mad? Perhaps Kuretsu hates me for some reason. Maybe she really did mean all those insults she said to me. That would be really sad. I slowly lick my trembling lips and timidly try to ask a question. Why close my...
Just shut up and close them!
I do as I'm told, though I still don't know why she's so angry. My collar is still in Kuretsu's grip. Abruptly, I feel a soft sensation against my lips. The faint scent of citrus tickles my nose. When I open my eyes in surprise, I see Kuretsu's face scant millimeters away. And then I understand what has happened. She's kissing me. Her lips are very warm. My mind goes blank. I'm unable to think. I want to stay like this forever. But soon, our lips separate. Kuretsu looks down shyly. What?
It's not like I did it because I wanted to or anything. It's just, you promised that you wouldn't forget about me. Research shows that memories are harder to forget when coupled with intense emotions. You're a virgin and a perv, so I was sure you'd have an elaborative rehearsal on your first kiss, instantly making it a long-term memory you'd never forget. So, I just don't want you to forget about me, Okabe. No matter what.
My heart fills with love for Kuretsu as she makes her frantic excuses. What a relief. Kuretsu wasn't mad. She was just trying to hide her embarrassment. I want to be with her even more. I want to talk with her even more. I want to learn even more about her. But I know that wish can never come true. My chest tightens. I feel like I'm suffocating. Desperate to keep my emotions under control, I place my own hands on top of Kuretsu's, which are still grabbing my collar. Sorry to disappoint you. That wasn't my first kiss.
Why, you're just a cherry boy!
Shut up, virgin. I remember playfully kissing Mayuri in elementary school. And just a little while ago, I forcibly kissed Moeka to silence her. But that was on another world line, and now it never happened, so I guess it doesn't count.
So it wasn't your first?
Right. So it only left a weak impression. Probably not enough to become a long-term memory. I'm lying, of course. I've never felt such an intense kiss as that. The shock was like a lightning bolt to the brain. But still, I'm lying. Because if I miss this opportunity, I'll never be able to touch Kuretsu again. This is my last chance. So, once more.
What?
Kuretsu fidgets. She usually glares at me harshly, but now she's avoiding my eyes. I don't ever want to forget. So let's make doubly sure. I decide to take the initiative. I wrap my arm gently around Kuretsu's waist and pull her slender body against mine.
Then I guess there's no choice.
Kuretsu looks up at me shyly.
Just a kiss. Okay?
What is she worried I'll do?
Be gentle. Okay?
I run my fingers softly through her hair. Then I slowly bend down.
Okabe.
We're both shy, so we end up pecking at each other's lips like two small birds. Then we draw back and look at each other. Kuretsu's eyes are wet. Tears are running down her cheeks. I kiss them away. They're salty.
Don't forget me.
We press our lips together again. Stronger than the first time. Longer than the first time. I never want to let go. We embrace each other tightly, our feelings too powerful to contain. We seek each other's warmth again and again. Locked in our embrace, we feel each other's breath. We feel each other's scent. We feel each other's taste.
It's too fast.
Kuretsu's whisper resonates through our embrace.
Time is going by too fast. I could really use a word with Einstein right now. Time is not absolute. Einstein proved that time could be fast or slow, depending on the observer. Hey, Okabe. The theory of relativity is so romantic. And so sad. Don't you think?
How does Kuretsu feel about me? In the end, she never really answered my question. Early morning, Akehibara Station. Kuretsu is standing before the entrance with her huge suitcase beside her. She waves to me shyly as I approach. Then she blushes and shoots me her usual glare. After that kiss, Kuretsu went back to her hotel to pack. That suitcase must hold everything that she brought to Japan. She's going back to America.
Well then.
Are you sure I shouldn't call Mayuri and Daru?
I think that would just make it harder. But you, I have no trouble leaving behind. That was a joke.
Kuretsu looks like she's about to cry. I'm sure I look just as sad. But I won't cry. I don't have that right. This is a souvenir. Take it. I hand her future gadget number 2, the bamboo helicam. It's a bamboo helicopter equipped with a CCD camera, which allows it to record video in the air. A truly groundbreaking invention. But sadly, due to its constant high-speed rotation, the video it produces tends to cause motion sickness.
No thanks.
Just take it. It's not even that bulky. I wanted to give her future gadget number 7, Ghost in the Ball, but it was too big. Kudetsu accepts bamboo helicam with a strained smile.
Oh, fine. I guess I'll take it.
And then, silence. No words of farewell. We just look at each other. Sorry I couldn't go with you to Aomori.
Yeah. But these 2 weeks were fun, in their own way. Give my regards to Mayuri and Hashida. Okay?
Kudetsu spreads her arms wide. Without a moment's hesitation, I step forward and embrace the girl genius one last time.
Hang in there, Okabe.
Stay well. Kudetsu smiles faintly, then turns and walks towards the entrance with suitcase in hand. I watch her go, unable to move a muscle. I want to stop her. I want to wrap my arms around her and tell her to stay with me forever. But I can't. This is what we decided. To save Mayuri. To save the future. I'm sorry, Kudetsu. I can't save you. Kudetsu will disappear. She'll be left behind on this world line. There is no place for her in the coming world. I will remember you, Makase Kudetsu. I will remember your warmth. I will never forget you! I don't know whether Kudetsu hears my words. She keeps walking. Stride steady. Back straight. Long silky hair fluttering in the wind. She's quickly fading into the distance. But I can tell. I see her shoulders trembling. We will never meet again. Our world lines will never cross again. I'm glad I met you, Kudetsu. I would have been lost without you. I love you. Goodbye. I stand there in the entrance as commuters file past, until long after she has vanished from sight, afraid that any motion, any thought, might cause the tears to fall. The time has come. We will now commence the final phase of Operation Verdandi. Mayuri and Daru turn to me and nod. Today is the last day of Kamema. Daru wanted to attend, of course, but a little begging convinced him to prioritize the operation. I take a look around the lab. These 20 days have been madness. It's incredible to think that at one point, this lab had a whole 8 members. And now we're back to 3. The memories we made. The experiences we shared. To save Mayuri, I will undo them all. There is sorrow in me. And guilt. I engrave them deep inside my heart. I'll never forget. I mustn't forget. These long, yet short summer days. But still, I choose to erase our memories. I choose to return everything back to normal. Suzuha's mission is irrelevant. I'm not doing this for the future. As long as Mayuri lives, nothing else matters. Daru, you may begin. You sure? Yeah. Okie dokie. Daru starts typing on the IBM 5100. It's already connected to his main computer. This will get us into CERN's central database, where they keep the data they mine with Echelon. There we will locate the first D-mail I sent on July 28th and erase all trace of its existence. With this, I can reach the Beta World line. At last, Mayuri will be safe. I look at Mayuri. She's on the couch, sitting straight as a ramrod, with her grandmother's pocket watch pressed to her ear. She stays still, her eyes closed. Whenever Mayuri wants to calm down, she listens to the sound of that pocket watch. Earlier, I told Mayuri everything. I guess she's come to terms with it, in her own way. The actual work, I've left to Daru. No problem there. While waiting for him to finish, I walk into the development room. In the center of the room is the time leap machine. I squat down and gently brush my fingers against the microwave surface. It's cool to the touch. I've made irreplaceable friends because of this thing. And because of this thing, I've hurt them. But I don't want to blame the tool. It's how you use the tool that matters. And I've got to admit, it's saved me more than once. But still, once this is over, I'll destroy the time leap machine. We must never make the same mistakes again. Okurin, I found it! It's really there! The D-mail I sent? It's there? It sure is, man. Daru points to a string of characters. My name is there, followed by the message I wrote about Karitsu's death. 3 lines total, each 12 characters long. This data led CERN to our doorstep. At FB's instruction, Moeka and the Rounders attacked. If Suzuha is right, then by erasing this data, we will escape from Attractor Field Alpha, where CERN dominates the future. That will take us to Attractor Field Beta, to the Beta World line within its range of convergence, to a future without Mayuri's death. Mayuri is standing next to me, gazing intently at the monitor. She grasps my hand firmly.
Okarin?
It's okay. She looks anxious, so I pat her head to calm her down. Everything's set. One press of the enter key, and that data's gone. Daru stands up and gestures to the open seat. I leave that honor to you, Okarin. I sit down and face the keyboard. This time, it ends. Karitsu's face floats through my mind. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. Goodbye, Karitsu. Slowly, I raise my right hand and extend my index finger. Victory is at hand! Daru twitches at my cry. With unimaginable brilliance and unwavering conviction, I have defeated our vast and powerful enemy and now stand triumphant on the field of Ragnarok! I give thanks to the comrades whose sacrifice made this victory possible. One press of this key, and Karitsu will die. I firmly grip my coat at the shoulder, where it has been stitched together with jagged pink thread. The coming world is the world I wished for. I wished for Mayuri to live and Kurtsu to die. That is the truth, and I must never forget it. This is the choice of Steinsgate! This is the choice of Okabe Rintaro. Let the world be reborn! I swing down my index finger. And at the exact same time, I hear the lab door open. My eyes dart towards the sound. There, in the doorway, stands Kurtsu. Her face is flushed. Was she running? Why is she here? She should be on her way to the airport right now. Kurtsu is looking at me. Her eyes are glistening, but her face is all smiles. Did she come back for me? In a split second of frozen time, I imagine I hear her voice. We didn't say goodbye, she says. Immediately afterwards, my finger strikes the enter key. The world starts to warp. The timeline is being rewritten. I feel my consciousness being sucked into the vortex. Reading Steiner. Divergence is changing. The warp accelerates. Kurtsu. Daru. Mayuri. Everything inside the lab is shifting. Color fades as my consciousness leaves this world line. I turn my face to Kurtsu, desperate to burn this last sight of her into my eyes. She raises her hand.
Goodbye. Okabe, I love...
Dang, so that was all the same. I thought that was where it was going to change. I thought she was going to burst in and be like, wait, I have another idea. And he was going to hit another key or something instead of enter. Oh, man. Shoot, what the heck? The world gradually stops spinning. Little by little, color returns. I look to the door. She was standing there just a moment ago. My assistant, Christina, Makase Kurtsu. Now she is gone, vanished like a dream. I look around the room. Next to me is Daru. Behind me is Mayuri. Everything is where it should be. It looks like nothing has changed at all. I gently touch my coat's shoulder, where Kurtsu fixed a torn seam. It's gone. My coat isn't torn. The stitches, uneven from having been sewn in the dark, have disappeared. There is no trace of that ridiculous pink thread. I stand up and head to the development room. Underneath the table, the time leap machine. No. That's not the time leap machine. That's the phone wave named Subject to Change. The upgrades Kurtsu made are gone. Nothing has changed. This world is exactly the same. In all respects save one. Kurtsu was never here. Every trace of her has vanished. Kurtsu is nowhere now. Nowhere. Except in my memories. Mayuri and Daru are looking at me. Who was LabMM004 again? I need to ask, even though I know what the answer will be.
Oh, Karin, there isn't a fourth lab mem, remember?
Are you going to introduce a new member? Requesting cute girl. No. I knew that it would be like this. But the fact that they forgot her existence is so saddening. So frightening. I am the only person in the world who remembers Makase Kurutsu as lab member 004. So I won't forget. I alone will live with her memory engraved upon my heart. Now, time to proclaim my triumph. There are still things that must be done, and many sacrifices were made to get here. But despite all that, this is my victory. I have won. Mayuri and Daru stare in wonder at my abrupt laughter. The last battle of Ragnarok is won! I, the insane mad scientist, Haowen Kiyoma, with an IQ rivaling that of Einstein himself, have thwarted the organization, outsmarted CERN, and conquered the whole of space and time. Now, at the moment of my triumph, I stand before you as a god! This brave new world is the fruit of my ambition. The hated system shall collapse, and chaos shall rule the earth. This truly is the choice of Steins.
Oh, Karin.
Mayuri suddenly throws her arms around me. I freeze, utterly taken aback. Daru looks as confused as I am. Mayuri looks up at me and smiles. It's the gentlest smile I've ever seen.
It's okay now.
What are you saying? I must proclaim our glorious victory, that all may...
But oh, Karin, you look like you're about to cry. You don't have to try so hard, okay? I know you're doing it for me, but I don't want to be a burden. So, you don't have to pretend anymore, okay? If you're hurting, just say so, like normal Okarin would.
But...
You don't have to worry about Mayushi anymore. Mayushi is fine! So you can cry if you want to, okay? I don't know what happened, but it's okay to cry now.
And just like that, the mask shatters. All it took was one word from Mayuri. Mayuri, the sister I never had, the girl who always needed my protection. I had to save her. That was my purpose. I even sacrificed the girl I loved. But now, I finally realize that it's over. Mayuri is safe. I'm free. Once more, I see Kurutsu's face in my mind's eye. I recall the warmth of her body, the softness of her lips, the weight of her last words. One by one,
They pound against my heart. I can't bear it anymore. Whoa, man. Are you really crying? My vision blurs. Tears run down my cheeks. I... A tidal wave of emotion crashes over me. Nothing remains to hold it back. I'll never see Kurtzu again. That knowledge shreds my heart. I can't hold back my sobs. I can't stop my tears. This is the world I've been searching for. A world where Mayuri does not die. And yet, it is missing the person most precious to me. It's too much. It's too cruel. Why did it have to be Kurtzu? Why was I forced to choose? Why did she send me off with a smile? I cling to Mayuri. She strokes my hair gently. I surrender to my grief. 3 days have passed since then, and Mayuri is still alive. Moeka and the Rounders have not attacked, and Tenoji has shown no sign of moving against us. Daru has been visiting Mei Queen as usual, while Mayuri has been working on costume designs for next Kamima. Everything is back to normal. Everything, save for the hole in my heart. Phew, that's that. I'm standing by the dumpster out back of the lab. We just finished dumping the last of the trash. This morning, I called Daru, and together we dismantled the phone wave and the IBM 5100. Man, what a waste. That thing was worth a fortune.
And now we don't have a microwave. How will Mayushi eat her juicy chicken #1?
Come on, I'll get you a new microwave. We no longer need the phone wave, that miraculous time machine built by coincidence. It brought Kurtzu into my life, but at the same time, it made many people suffer. It must never be used again. Not by me, not by anyone. It's time for the phone wave to die, and with it, the insane mad scientist Hawawin Kyoma, Lord of Space and Time. I recall what Kurtzu once said.
I don't want to deny who I've been, because even my failures are a part of who I am today.
I gaze once more upon the scrap heap that was future gadget number 8. We stripped it down to the last bolt and circuit board. Surely no one can rebuild it now. Time travel is too much power for any human to wield. We don't need D-mails or time leaps, even if nothing in the future is guaranteed. Even though I may die tomorrow, life was never meant to be redone. And that's fine by me. Wouldn't you say so too, Kurtzu? I look up at the sky, and even though it's the middle of the day, I can see a single star shining. Maybe it's Venus. Which suddenly reminds me.
Going to the past is possible right now. Look into the sky at night. and you can see how things were tens of thousands of years ago.
Every night, we casually travel through time. That's what Keiretsu said. And each and every word she spoke, I carve into my heart, so that I'll never let them slip from memory, for as long as my life endures. Oh? Wait a minute. What is this? This is new. I think this is new. That sounded different. That sounded different. That sounded different at the end there. This is all the same. What changed? What's the true ending? I did everything right. Is this the same? It doesn't sound the same, but maybe it is. I did everything right. There's no way. There's no way. I did all of the things that the guide said. What? Are you kidding me? I just did all the same thing for nothing? No, it's gotta be at the end. It's gotta be at the end of this, right? Look how slow this is going. Look how slow it is. That's gotta mean it's real, right? That's gotta mean it's the real one. Oh my gosh. I can't say anything until I know if this is the end. I gotta know first. So I guess we're just gonna sit here and wait. Oh. Oh. What the heck? What the heck? Huh? What is that? What the heck?
はい、もしもし。
Oh.
え？誰が？僕が？お父さん？君の？何言ってんの？は？岡部倫太郎に変われ？なあ、岡凛。謎の女が変わってくれってさ。
Wait, what?
誰だ？
お願い、今すぐラジカンの屋上に来て。
だから誰だよ。
私は2036年から来た。そこにいる橋田至の娘。
What?
名前は天音鈴葉。
What?
ちょっと待て。鈴葉が。なんでここにいるんだ？
What? Whoa! 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 Oh! Whoa! No way! Oh my gosh! What? What? Oh my gosh! I knew it! I knew it had to be at the end! No way! What? Holy crap! Oh, that was insane! That was so cool! Oh my gosh! What the heck? Okay, hold on. I gotta get back into character. I'm too hype. Hold on. You tricked me. You got me real good. You got me real good, game. Holy crap. I just played it all through the same thing. I thought I didn't get anything for it, and I did know. Okay. She said to meet her on the roof of Radicon. When I get there, I find it cordoned off. The roof was off limits to begin with, but now it's also part of a crime scene. As if I needed another reminder of the murder that took place here 3 weeks ago. I duck under the yellow tape and open the door. The lock is still broken. I can hardly breathe after running up the stairs to get here. As I gasp for air, I look across the stark white concrete. Yo! The time leap machine, or the time leap machine, the freaking time machine! But it didn't crash! It's there! Oh my gosh! And naturally, my eyes go straight to the satellite sitting smack dab in the middle of the roof. No way.
Wow! What's that?
It's a robot, right? The transforming kind? Mayuri and Daru are just as surprised. What is that thing? I mean, it looks like Suzuha's time machine, but there's something different about it. Suzuha's looked old and beat up. This one looks brand new. You're right, it does. It's not stuck in the wall either. That's probably because it works. And besides, this is the Beta World line, where CERN's dystopia never forms. Suzuha has no reason to travel to 2010. That satellite shouldn't be here. And yet, I feel like I've seen it before. Where? When did I? Of course! It was at Dr. Nakabachi's presentation! Right before the presentation started, something shook the building like an earthquake. And when I went to check the roof, this satellite was sitting there. You're right, it was! I forgot it was just sitting there, yeah! Oh! And it didn't crash through the building on this world line, that's right. Though still confused, I approached the satellite. Just then, the hatch opens, and someone steps outside.
Okabe Rentaro?
Oh my gosh! Suzuha! It really is her. The part-time warrior. John Titter. Time traveler from 2036. Daru's daughter, who will be born 7 years from now. Why are you here? I asked her the same question over the phone, but I can't help myself. I need answers.
Are you Okabe Rentaro? I need to know.
Yeah. The way she puts it makes it sound like she's never met me before. And now that we're talking face to face, I realize that there's something very different about her. For starters, what's with all the camo? It looks dirty and worn, like she's been fighting in it for a while. She's even carrying a gun, for some reason, and I'm pretty sure that it's not a replica. Is she really Amane Suzuha? Hold on. Just hold on 1 second. This doesn't make sense. No. Calm down. Figure this out, Okabe. You know that this is impossible. Suzuha can't be here. She leapt from 1975 in her one-way time machine. She found the IBM 5100, made sure it would get to you, then passed away in the year 2000. So where did this girl come from?
I'm a time traveler from the year 2036. I have a request for Uncle Okarin.
What? Uncle?
You're an uncle?
We don't have time to humor Mayuri's question. Suzuha walks up to me and looks me in the eye. Her expression is grim. The next words out of her mouth are the last thing I expected to hear.
This world line is headed for World War III.
Oh my gosh! No!
I need your help to prevent it. Please, help me change the future.
What the... What the heck are you talking about?
World War III? Oh no. That's really bad.
Are you really a time traveler? You're not just messing with us here?
Stay out of this, Dad.
Oh, shoot! Dad? Whoa. That was a shock. I mean, it's not every day a mysterious beauty calls me Dad. Though, to be honest, I'd prefer to be called Big Brother. Wait! Everyone just wait! Let me think! I take a deep breath. Okay. Let's figure this out. I turn to Suzuha. Is that thing a time machine? Suzuha nods curtly. She hasn't smiled once. There's no hint of the cheerful Suzuha I remember. Instead, I sense strength, conviction, and steel resolve. Your father built it.
That's right.
Suzuha glances at Daru. Where did you come from?
The year 2036. I stopped in 1975 and 2000 first.
She's the John Titor of the one that we knew of! Oh my gosh! Ah! You... What? That doesn't make any sense. She's obviously not in her 40s. Which means... that time machine can travel to the future?
It wouldn't be much of a time machine otherwise.
This isn't the Suzuha I know. But it is Suzuha. You're... from a different future?
A different future?
What's going on in 2036? What about CERN's dystopia?
CERN? What's that?
Oh my gosh. Suzuha frowns. She doesn't know about CERN. That settles it. She's definitely not the Suzuha I know. You said something about World War III.
Right. In my time, humanity has been reduced to less than 1 billion people.
Holy crap. Less than 1 billion? But the population now is like 6.7 billion. Are you saying 5.7 billion people died?
That's what happens when you use nuclear weapons.
Oh my gosh.
It was just like the Cold War. Only this time, they were fighting over time travel technology.
Oh no!
It started with a race between the EU and Russia. Then the Americans got involved, and things really went to hell. They were all desperate to stop anyone else from being first to build a time machine. Whoever controls time controls the world, right?
Time travel again. It has the power to grant your dreams, and at the same time, destroy everything you love. I know that better than anyone.
By 2036, the war is over, but it left the Earth in ruins. We won't survive for long, not as things are.
That's the world we saw in that vision. Oh no! It's unbelievable. In the
future of the Alpha World Line, CERN used their time machine to fashion a dystopia where no one could oppose their rule. Suzuha traveled to the past to change that. She showed me how to escape that convergence. The result is this, the Beta World Line. Here, CERN fails to complete its time machine. But instead, 5.7 billion people die in the fires of nuclear war. This can't be happening. My legs fold beneath me. I sink to my knees.
Are you okay?
Mayuri kneels beside me and gently rubs my back. But I'm too stunned to respond to her kindness. I glare at Suzuha. Though I know it's absurd, part of me blames her. Why is this happening? You lied to me! You said a peaceful future was waiting for us on the Beta World Line! We saved Mayuri. We changed the future. And now, after everything we did, Suzuha appears before me once again to say it wasn't enough?
We're at a point of great divergence when...
I know that already!
Then you understand. 5.7 billion people are going to die, and the survivors will be left with no future. No hope. I came here to prevent that. And to do that, I need your help, Uncle Okarin.
I refuse! I reject her plea outright. Suzuha looks hurt, betrayed, like an abandoned puppy. How dare she look at me that way? I borrow Mayuri's shoulder and struggle back to my feet. I came here from the Alpha World Line. I had to sacrifice the girl I loved to make it this far. I can't go back. Not to the World Line where Mayuri dies. I don't care if 5.7 billion people die. I won't let her... I won't let Kuretsu's sacrifice be in vain. One person versus 5.7 billion. They can't be compared. Suzuha is staring at me in disbelief. Mayuri and Daru clearly don't know what to say. I haven't told them what happened, so they can't understand.
Wait, you mean you've been to another attractor field? Wow. So that's the power of reading Steiner.
Oh, she knows about it. How do you know about that?
Dad told me. And I've met you before, Uncle Okarin. In the future, that is.
You've... met me?
I see. So the me of that attractor field went to the past too.
A faint smile flickers across her face. Then she looks at me with renewed intensity.
Uncle Okarin, I know you don't want to, but...
No! I won't let Kuretsu's death be in vain. I won't let Mayuri die.
Huh? Mayushi dies? By Kuretsu, I assume you mean Makase Kuretsu. Listen, Uncle. Let's say, hypothetically, that the only way to change the future of this world line is to go to July 28th, 2010, the day Makase Kuretsu dies, and save her. What would you do?
What?
Shock ripples through my body. What did she say? Save Kuretsu? But how? We no longer have the phone wave or the time leap machine, and even if we did, I could never leap that far back. Yeah, but you have the time machine right in front of you, bro. Ah! Of course. I look over Suzuha's shoulder at the object disguised as a satellite. Your time machine. We can use your time machine! It came all the way from 2036. It should have no trouble going back a mere 3 weeks. Even better, this time machine can do what Alpha Suzuha's could not. It can travel to the future. I can go to July 28th, save Kuretsu, and return to the present. No D-mails. No time leaps. Genuine physical time travel. I can't refuse. I literally can't refuse. I saw this time machine once before, on July 28th, that fateful day. Shortly before Kuretsu was killed, I saw it standing in this very spot, as sure as it is standing before me now. There's only one thing that can mean. It has already been established that this time machine will appear on that day, in this place. Even before I sent the first D-mail, my participation was assured. Even the thought of turning Suzuha down now is meaningless. Nothing is coincidence. Everything is inevitable. The revelation makes me dizzy. It's like I don't have the tiniest atom of free will. Like my every action from the moment of my birth was planned for me by some cosmic force.
The world line I'm aiming for isn't... What did you call it? The Alpha world line? It's not that. What we're aiming for is the space between attractor fields.
Oh, what? The space between?
There lies a world line unaffected by any attractor field. A world line known as Steins Gate.
What? But that's the chuny name I pulled out of my butt! It doesn't even mean anything!
I was told that Steins Gate is a brand new world line, one no one has ever observed.
But didn't someone have to observe it to know it's there?
Nope, it's never been observed. That's what makes it new. But Dad and Uncle Okarin were able to calculate its divergence.
How has it never been observed? Are they... Wait, never been observed by who, though? Any of the other world lines? Or any world line, like it's just not been inhabited? What does that mean? How can it not be? Was she wrong? Was Alpha Suzuha's, like, idea of everything beginning at the same place and ending at the same place, but the stuff in between that's being different, was that wrong? I feel like that would make that wrong because otherwise, if no one has ever seen this attractor field or the space between whatever, Steins Gate, if no one's ever seen Steins Gate, then that means that Steins Gate, at least Steins Gate, if not all the rest, are separate from the same beginning and the same end. What? I don't understand now. My whole life. What is happening? My whole world's being turned upside down suddenly.
Negative 0.081609% relative to the current world line. That's where we'll find Steins Gate.
And to reach that world line, we have to save Kuretsu?
Exactly. She's the key to averting World War III. As long as she lives, the war won't happen. Or at the very least, 5.7 billion people won't die.
Why?
Huh?
Why Kuretsu? I mean, I know she's a genius, but are you telling me she's the hero who will save 5.7 billion people?
I don't know.
You don't know? And you expect me to go along with this?
Hey, I'm just following Dad's plan. And apparently, you're the one who came up with it in the first place. If there's a flaw in your plan, then we're all in trouble.
It sounds like you didn't hear it from me. Is that right?
You passed away 10 years ago. 15 years from now, that is. The year 2025.
The same result as on the Alpha World line.
So I don't know the whole story. What I do know is that my dad continued your work. After you died, he built this time machine all by himself just to see your plan through.
That's my super hacker. So, he was able on this world line to make the time machine right instead of making it incorrect. Like instead of making it incorrect like he did on the Alpha world line then. He was able to make it right on the Beta world line. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Huh? He must have hacked into CERN and stolen their research, then used it to construct his own time machine. On the Alpha world line, CERN killed Daru before he could complete the machine. But here, Daru was able to perfect his design. That's why it can go back to the future. At least, that seems the most likely explanation.
Uncle Okarin. Like I said, Steins Gate is unobserved. Nobody knows what future awaits us there. There's a chance that a dystopia rises from the ashes of World War III. There's a chance that Makase Kiritsu dies just 2 days after you save her. There's a chance that you don't die in 2025, but next week. But there's also a chance that when 2036 comes, there will be no dystopia, no world ravaged by war. There's a chance that everyone, including Makase Kiritsu, will still be alive. There's a chance that a wonderful future awaits. At least, it won't be the future I came from. And it won't be the future the other me came from. That much is certain.
Is an unknown future really for the best? I would hate for the ending role to say, despite your best efforts, you made everything worse.
It's completely unknown. Completely unpredictable.
Karatsu can't be saved. I know that. Even if we change the past, convergence will ensure her death. Just as it did for Mayuri. Unless we take her out of that world. Right? Unless we take her out of that world line with the time machine we have. It's impossible. There's no way this plan can succeed. In the end, fate will win, as it always has.
But if you're willing to try, if you're willing to come with me to July 28th, then take my hand.
I look down at Suzuha's hand. Her skin is rough, her palm calloused. This cool, collected, unsmiling Suzuha comes from a ruined world, from the ashes of a war that claimed over 5 billion people's lives. I can only imagine what she's been through. Kurutsu. How I have dreamt of saving her. I would do anything, to change her fate. But how do I know this invitation won't lead me into another maze of despair?
Mayushi doesn't understand any of this.
The music!
But this Makase person was very important to you, wasn't she? I think you should go for it.
5.7 billion people, man. I can't even imagine. But don't sweat the small stuff. Just save the girl, and you're set for life. It's the dream of every otaku. Mayuri and Daru offer me encouragement, but it's not enough to overcome my doubt. The Makase Kerutsu we knew, lab member 004, is already gone. Even if I save her on this world line, she won't remember any of the time she shared with us. Yeah, she won't. So there's no point! I won't bend time to my convenience. Not again. I'm not God. I don't have that right. If I try, I'll just end up making things worse. Reason pleads with me to stop. And yet, I look at Suzuha's outstretched hand. And then, with resignation, I grasp it firmly. I'm in. Try though I may to fight it, this choice was made for me on July 28th, the moment I laid eyes upon this time machine. Fate wants me to take your hand. Who am I to argue? I'm not at all confident that I can save Kurutsu. How many times have I tried to resist fate only to fail? I don't want to see her die. But if there's a chance, however small, that she can be saved, I have to try. Even if I can't take back what we had, I want more than anything to save her. Let's go.
Thank you, Uncle Okari. Hop aboard!
Can this thing even fit 2 people?
Of course it can. It's my dad's masterpiece.
Daru, your daughter really loves you. I don't get it, but stop calling me Dad. I'd rather be your big brother, if you know what I mean.
Be sure to come back, okay? I don't want you to disappear, okay?
I'm not going to another world. It's just a short hop to the past. I pat Mayuri's arm reassuringly. Then I follow Suzuha to the time machine's hatch and slip inside. Yo, it's still going! What the heck is happening, bro? Oh my gosh! Okay. This is insane. This is insane. Just give me a second. Alright, okay, I'm good. Here we go. Whew, okay. The interior is cylindrical and surprisingly tight. When I sit down on the ledge that rims the cylinder, it puts me face to face with Suzuha. Kind of like one of those giant teacup rides. There are fewer controls than I expected. The inside definitely looks more refined than what I saw of Suzuha's time machine on the Alpha World line. But one thing remains the same. The time display panel. a black screen with red lettering. I guess that's just Daru's taste.
Give me your phone.
When I hand it over, Suzuha casually tosses it out the hatch. What? Our phone! No! What? Hey!
It's better not to bring it. It'll cause interference.
Interference? Oh, I see. We're going to July 28th, so there'll be 2 of me. And if I bring it, 2 of my phones. Oh, dude! Yo, bro! What the heck? Oh my gosh. I guess that could be a problem if I got a call or something. So, time travelers really do need to be careful about what they bring to the past. That's so sick! That's so weird to think about. You'd get, like, a call to the same phone! Or it would, like, blow... I don't know, what would it blow something up? What the heck? What would that even do?
Shut the hatch.
I hear Mayuri and Daru cheering outside. Mayuri caught my phone, thankfully. Thankfully. Yo, how are they so chill about this, bro? I give them a final nod, then close the hatch. Silence engulfs us. Suzuha is operating the time display panel. She sets our destination, July 28, 2010, 11:50 a.m.
That should do it.
That's cutting it awfully close. I remember that Dr. Nakabachi's presentation began at 12.
This time machine can't physically move.
Meaning?
No matter what time we travel to, we'll always arrive at the exact same coordinates. In other words, on the roof of Radicon. I mean, it's a little more complicated than that, but there's no time to explain. Anyway, we could leap to the day before the presentation, but if we attract too much attention, they could close Radicon and cancel the presentation. That's why we've gotta cut it close.
I see. Oh man.
Uncle, this is your first time traveling, right?
Okay, first, stop calling me uncle. And yes, I've made more time leaps than I want to remember, but I've never time traveled before. According to John Titter, the G-forces are pretty strong. You feel like you're being stretched out.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Oh my gosh, it's this Suzuha! Ah! The John Titter stuff?
Right. Back when I leapt to 2000.
I see. The past has changed. Changed back, I suppose, from my point of view. When I was on the Alpha World line, I saw Titter post on @channel in real time. On this world line, those posts were made to an English BBS in the year 2000. Okay.
You don't sound surprised.
Nothing can surprise me now. My brain's too busy trying to process all this new information. It feels like it's gonna blow.
I'll go over the mission one more time. Once we arrive, there'll be no time for chit-chat. The objective is to prevent Makase Kiritsu's death.
Ever since I returned to this world line, I've avoided all news of Kiritsu's murder. I was afraid of setting that result in stone. So I still don't know who killed Kiritsu. I don't know how or why she died. I don't know anything at all. If I had known it would come to this, would I have looked things up? I ask myself that question. The answer is no. What about attractor field convergence?
That day's a turning point, remember? Meaning the probability of Makase Kuretsu's death is roughly 50%.
Oh, man. It's a coin. It's a coin flip. Coin toss. That's what I was trying to say. So convergence won't happen?
It may happen, it may not. No, it probably will. But I'm sure there's a loophole somewhere. That loophole is the doorway to Steins Gate.
So in the end, it's a gamble.
Oh, one more thing. Watch out for Dr. Nakabachi.
Oh, dude, that's why they showed him. That's why they had him drawn out as a character. I wondered. I'm like, he never came back into the story, but he's gonna be important. Oh my gosh. What do you mean?
Remember what I said about World War III? It all started because of something called the Nakabachi paper. A paper Dr. Nakabachi wrote detailing his theory of time travel.
Oh no, dude. Yeah, and we mocked him, didn't we? In the very beginning, we mocked him, and he was like, oh, get him out of here, or whatever, right? Oh my gosh. But that fraud's theory was just a ripoff of John Titter's. Wait a minute. John Titter's sitting right in front of me. Yeah, she got it from him. Oh my gosh. So what Titter posted on the internet was true?
I mixed in some lies, so not many people listened to me at the time. I never thought someone would reevaluate it 10 years later. Looks like he built his theory off of what I wrote. Apparently, it's almost perfect.
Wow, that seems like that would be paradoxical almost. It's like the guy who created it wouldn't have created it had someone else who knew about him creating it came back and said the stuff that he created. Let that just screw your brain up for a second. What the heck, dude?
Anyway, Dr. Nakabachi was there when Makase Kuretsu was killed, right? So watch out for him. I'm sure he's important to the divergence of this world line.
Dr. Nakabachi? Important? I thought he was just some con artist.
Ready to go? Fasten your seatbelt.
I look underneath my butt to find what looks like a car seatbelt. I wrap it around my waist and fix my body to the seat. Does it shake a lot?
Shake? No, it doesn't shake.
You mean it does something else? Wait, is this safe? Suzuha leans forward and pushes a bright yellow button on the bottom of the panel. There are no windows, so I can't tell if the time machine is moving.
It's only 3 weeks, so it shouldn't take more than 2 or 3 minutes.
Suzuha fastens her own seatbelt and sighs.
When I first leapt to 1975, it was 6 hours long with nothing to do.
Oh my gosh. I guess time travelers have their own problems.
Since it's only a few minutes, we won't bother with the oxygen masks. Just be aware we'll have no oxygen for the duration.
You mean I have to hold my breath?
Right here.
Suzuha points to the center of the cylinder, the space between me and her.
There'll be an air pocket. Stick your head inside, and you'll have enough oxygen for about 10 minutes.
Hey, for argument's sake, what happens if we fail to save Kuretsu?
There's not much fuel left. We barely had enough to begin with. There's not even enough for a return trip to 2036. So if we fail to change the world line, then I'll be stuck in this time.
Oh no.
But don't worry. As long as we're just traveling 3 weeks each way, we still have enough for 2 round trips.
So wait a minute, but does she not know what the fuel is? What's the fuel? Couldn't we find something in this time to fuel it? Maybe it's like something like super hard to get, right? Like plutonium or something stupid, you know? Something that's like really hard that you can't, like a normal person just can't get their hands on, you know? I don't know. So what she's really saying is that we only have 2 chances. But then, how do you plan to get back to 2036?
I don't. Once we reach Steins Gate, I won't have any reason to come to this time in the first place, will I? Casualty will be reconstructed. I should disappear from this time, since I'll probably be living peacefully in 2036.
Wait, it'll be reconstructed? How? So that'll keep it from a paradox because of that? Because Casualty would be reconstructed? Because I was going to say, I'm like, wait a minute. If you would never have had a reason to come here, then we'd never do that. It's the grandfather paradox all over again.
But that all depends on you, Uncle Ocarine.
Her tone is light, but her expression is serious. This is the first time in weeks that we've spoken, but I just now realized something about her. Suzuha is pretty reckless, isn't she? Yeah. Oh! Yeah, there's the same sparkles, dude! Suddenly, there's a zapping sound, and countless faint silver lights start floating around the cylinder. They look like moth dust, or powdered snow. The lights slowly change colors. Violet, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. Back to silver, violet, blue. The colors of the rainbow? I feel pressure on my entire body, similar to the sensation you feel as you ascend in an elevator. In an elevator, you feel as if you're being pulled downwards, but instead, the time machine feels like it's pulling at my back. Oh. The feeling of pressure quickly increases. It starts to feel like I'm falling horizontally. I've never experienced anything like this. It's so uncomfortable. I want to scream. The strangest thing is that the time machine itself isn't shaking. In fact, it doesn't seem to be moving at all. There's no noise, no vibration. It's eerie. The pulling sensation grows even stronger. I can hear my bones creaking. I imagine my body flattened like a pancake. It's not a pleasant thought. It's getting worse. I look at Suzuha. She has her eyes shut and her jaw clenched tight. I can no longer move. It feels like my back is glued to the wall. My vision begins to warp. And within my warping vision, the powder of light still shifts through the colors of the rainbow. It's strangely beautiful, like something out of a painting. And still, I keep falling. Where is it taking me? Through a tunnel in space-time? All I know is that I'm falling. Suddenly, everything goes dark. I try to scream, but even my voice falls away. It doesn't even reach my own ears. It's gravity. There's an intense gravitational distortion behind me. And I'm still falling towards it.